How long does the postpartum period last? How long does it actually take you to recover following a delivery or multiple deliveries? The answer is I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. You might see that you need 6 weeks to recover, 2 years to recover. I am 4 years postpartum and I'm still recovering. I'm Remi. I'm an obstetrics and gynaecology doctor in the UK, in the NHS with over 10 years of experience. And I'm here to tell you why I'm building out Her Health Room and why I think it's important for you. This isn't just a channel, it's personal. And I'm here to tell you why your recovery matters and why it matters to me too. So working within the NHS, working within obstetrics and gynaecology, having my first child, I did not expect what it would be like after the baby came. Not just breastfeeding, not just postnatal depression, but physical, mental and social recovery. I'm talking going back to work. I'm talking about balancing it all. And I'm talking about a body that's never really fully recovered after having 2 babies. And you might be sat at home thinking, yeah, that feels familiar. But this is why we need spaces like this. I remember after my first baby, I had a good group of 6 or so other women, and we would meet quite regularly. It was actually really warm and comforting and supportive. And we would all tell our birth stories. That's the thing you do. You have a baby and you tell your birth stories. And from some of these birth stories, women were either traumatized or completely unaware about the physical demands their body had gone through in that pregnancy and what they needed to do next. It's really easy to find a video on your diastasis recti, which is the muscles over the tummy and how they need to come back together, or on the pelvic floor. But what about the fact that if you lose more than 1 litre of blood at the time of delivery, you can go on to affect your cardiovascular health forever? Or what if you go on to get diabetes in pregnancy? That unless you change your lifestyle, you have a 70% risk of type 2 diabetes. Or if you had high blood pressure in pregnancy, that you have a risk of that continuing on and affecting the rest of your life. These are all important topics, and 6 weeks is just not enough. I remember booking in my 6-week check, and the whole appointment was focused on the baby. Does the baby need time? 100%, but so do you. And that's why this channel is here. I am hoping that I can create a space for women, a space that I needed, that I didn't even know that I needed until now. With all my experience in obstetrics and gynaecology, working within the UK, the system is at capacity and women are and have been falling through the cracks. In fact, everybody's falling through the cracks. But we need to get to a place where recovery post-baby meets optimized health, because we know that that will go on to affect your economic power and your progress and all the things that bring you joy later on. We shouldn't just be surviving, but we should be thriving. I want you to come to this channel whether you've had a baby 6 weeks ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. And I want you to find content that helps you to take stock of your physical health, your mental health, and your social and emotional health. I want you to be able to rationalize that and reflect on it and decide what steps you need to take to go from surviving to thriving. I'll use myself as an example. My pelvic floor has never fully recovered. And what do I do about it in my day-to-day? Very little. Why? Because I'm tired. But I've taken steps in my life to change that, to give myself reminders, to give myself times out, to make sure that I'm doing that. How many women do you know that are not attending their cervical screening because they don't have time? Between the children, between their job, they don't have time to go for their smear test. That's what this channel's for. People who have unresolved post-traumatic stress disorder from a difficult delivery, from a postpartum hemorrhage. Women who struggle to have sex after the baby's born, that's what I'm here for. And that might be immediately, 6 years on, I don't care. I want to make sure that we're talking about all those things on this channel, because ultimately you need to thrive. There are so many things that I'm still discovering about what it really means to recover postpartum, and that's what I'm hoping to share with you. But it's not just me, it's a community. And I need you to contribute in the comments below. I need you to tell me what you want. I need you to share your story, because your story might be just what the next lady who watches this video needs. Your comment might be what they need. It doesn't need to come from me. So this is a community we're building, and I cannot wait to have you along. So I hope you stick around. I hope you contribute. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like this video. Let me know what it is you want me to cover. If you have a burning question, put it down below and I will aim to cover it in one of my next videos. I want you to know that you are seen, you are worthy, and as a healthcare system, we need to do more to serve you in your day-to-day. That's why I'm here. Welcome to Her Health Room.